Good afternoon. Today I'll tell you about freshwater fish. Freshwater fish species can be divided into two locations, river and lake. The river is inhabited by eels, shad, herrings, catfish, salmon, bass, walleye, perch, between others. And the lake is also inhabited by eel, trouts, catfish, pejerrey, among others. Then we have the quality and freshness of the fish. In the first place, we have to check it has a nice smell like the sea or fresh water. In the second place, we have to be sure of that we have a firm meat and that it is elastic. The third step is to check the bright and the prominent eyes. The fourth step is the tightly held and the bright scales. The fifth step that we have to have in mind is that the meal held firmly to the bones. The sixth one is that they have red or pink gills. In the seventh place, we have to check that the moist and the shiny skin of the fish. The eighth place, we have to sew the fins with intact membranes. The ninth point, it have to have well-defined internal organs, and if it has no organs, we have to check that the organ cavity is very moist. In the 10th place, we have to be sure that it comes from a safe source. There we have that the freshwater fish can be classified into white, that it has no fat or a low fat percent, and the blue one that it has a high fat and is very oily. In the conservation, with respect to the conservation of the same, they have the following specifications. We can have them in dry refrigerations, that is to 0 to 4 Celsius degrees by 3 days maximum. If we are going to manipulate them, we have to have a crushed ice bed, or if we are going to freeze them, we have to have a -10 Celsius degrees to a correct conservation process. There we have to talk about the filtering process. In the filtering process, we have to follow the following order. We have to eviscerate the fish, we have to remove scales, we have to cut the fins, we have to wash, we have to make some guiding incisions in some parts of the fish, like the tail and the back of the fish. There we have to filtering. If we want it without the skin, we have to remove the skin, and there we have to clean some parts to the fillet looks prettier. Well, considering the anatomy process, considering the anatomy, the process of filleting and eviscerations make more sense. That we have here all the bones. Here is all the organ cavity. We have here the head, the fins, the skin, and how all the process that the fish have is made. There we have some specification of the freshwater fish. Then almost 15% of the known species of the fish are freshwater fishes. The scales reduce the diffusion of water through the skin. The gills dissolve gases while keeping salts in the body. Well-developed kidneys retain salts from the body before the secretion, and that the bones are more flexible and smaller than the saltwater ones. Some facts that the saltwater fishes has can be that they have a high water content, they have a high unsaturated fatty acids, and they had a low acid lactic levels. Other facts can be that worldwide 1.5% of fish is consumed per year. The fish occupies the 17% of the total protein consumed in the world, and the Northwest Pacific is the place with the highest production of fish. Right now, next we will see the filleting process, a video about it.
Cut all the way through. And this is very tough. So make sure you cut all the way through. And just going to use scissor for that. I'm gonna make an incision here and here. Where you're gonna end your fillet.
No tratamos de cortar las de la espalda. Ah, pues sí, pero pues estoy preguntando por mi pues como apoyan igual.
Okay.
No, yo sé, pero pues
Por eso trapeando. Now, remember, with the tip of your knife, you're gonna make an incision here in an angle, like this, not like this, at an angle. Very close to the fin, like this, okay? Now, I'm gonna also make an incision here where the fillet is gonna end. See, la descama en el Alright, now scraping the bones, get until you find the spine, like that. I'm already here at the spine, and I always like to take out this piece first. So, because here I don't have any ribs, in here we do. So, it's easier if you take out this part right away. Then, what I'm gonna do is just this here. Place my hand in here and make some incisions right through the bones. See it? Now, the other side. Just going to take my knife and scrape them like this. Against the bones.
He's taking out the rib cage.
The other one.
Well, basically, there we have all the filleting process that the chef Manuel de la Roche gave us in the class. So, the next step that we are going to talk about is about the eviscerate process. In the eviscerate process, we have to remove all the organs that are in the cavity, and we only have this in very freshwater fishes. So, and this is the only way that we can see all the bloodline. This is the bloodline that we have in the fishes. We see the bloodline after removing all the organs. When we have the organs, we can always have the cut of the fish as a butterfly. This is a butterfly um, cut, fish cut. We have we have removed all the rib cage. We have always we still have the skin on, but we have no bones here. We are with with the with this with the pinzas. We remove the bones that are left inside the meat, so the consul do not have the problem of the bones in the meat. After this, we have the class preparations that we have the tilapia grillé with ajillo español. We had salmon, we had trout papillotes with vegetables and a tuna tartane that is like very similar as ceviche. This was the process with the class, and this was the result of the tuna. This is the salmon. Here we have a trout, and well, it have to be said that the class preparations was not about the recipes. In the class, we only sees the recipes to apply the techniques that we have seen, as the evisceration process, the filleting process, and to apply all the quality and freshness rules, to say it like that. Well, that's all my presentation. I expect that you have liked it, and let me know anything, any problem. Goodbye.